Does your face match the ideals of a good selfie? And what does it mean when a filter decides and automatically corrects what it thinks are your flaws? Every day, millions of faces are filtered, sculpted, and reshaped. Often without a second thought. But who decides what's beautiful? And what happens when a whole generation sees their real face as not enough? Funded by the Australian Research Council, Associate Professor Julia Coffey leads a project to uncover how selfie-editing tools affect young people's self-image. She and the team spoke to almost 90 young people to learn how they make sense of beauty filters and editing tools. Many felt uncomfortable about the automated changes filters made without asking.
Participants talked a lot about how they felt the baseline for beauty and to appear perfect seemed to be getting higher and higher all the time. They felt like technology was telling them what was wrong with their faces. That knowledge, you can't unlearn it, you can't unsee it, and that does have an impact.
It was a lot of really interesting discussion. Often a lot of this editing happens kind of individually, maybe feel a little bit shameful about because the culture is quite shameful about it. It was really interesting to hear from participants, how they kind of dealt with that, finding ways to navigate very difficult pressures.
Many felt that filters are sneaky and that they should be honest about what changes they are making to a user's face and features. They should own up to how filters deliberately reinforce beauty standards. So, the team asked filter developer Kia Hawker to make a filter to show us what deliberate calculations beauty filters make.
So you can see that the filter's changing a couple of things. It's changing the width of my nose, so it's kind of shrinking, bringing my nose in. It's changing the height of my cheekbones, so those are like being slightly lifted. It's expanding my eyes, so it's kind of like bringing them out with the cheekbones as well. For me, I look very jarringly strange.
It felt very unnatural. I felt like I was looking at another version of me. It was very interesting to see the different parts of my faces, my features, the way they changed. My nose is proportionally smaller. My cheekbones are they're more defined. It brings attention to parts of my face I never really paid attention to.
Filters can make an impossible ideal seem not just normal, but the only standard that's acceptable.
There are so many really intense cultural pressures to be online and to be visible, but to look a certain way. So we wanted to make this filter to say, yeah, this is exactly what the technology is deciding. We get to sort of step back and critique whether we think this is a good thing or not, and I guess to acknowledge that it's a really difficult set of pressures for young people, particularly young women.
What happens when the filtered version becomes the only version we like? Maybe the real fix isn't on our face, but in turning the camera back on filters to see how beauty pressures are made and can be changed.